And thank you for being here tonight for this free meditation session, which I offer every last Tuesday of the month. And I can see that we have new people, and also I see very uh, friends here. Duke, Kin, I think Kin has been attended the session before. And now I can see Nestle, Anna, and Ronel, right? Carmi is here. So thank you so much. And today I'm going to explore with you before we start the meditation, the practice itself. I wanted to explore with you how the practice of meditation can actually reshape your brain. Yes, you heard right. By engaging meditation, we can tap into this incredible power of neuroplasticity of our brain. So, I don't know, probably you have heard about the neuroplasticity of the brain. This concept has been discovered, right, for just a few years, like 20 years ago. It's not that long, by neuroscientists. So, neuroplasticity means that our brain has the capacity to reorganize itself and recreate new neural connections, neural pathways throughout our lives. So this means that we can reshape our brain, right, for the better. So aging, it's not a problem. That's a good thing, right, to know. So we can transform ourselves as we learn new things, and meditation, it's one of the powerful ways of learning about ourselves, about our inner landscape, and can help us a lot, right? Because as we know more about ourselves, we can kind of identify, for example, the negative narratives that we have about ourselves. We can listen to our inner critic that most of the time it's on, and it creates barriers and obstacles for us to connect to our inner power, our inner resources that make us to feel more confident, that increase our resilience and our capacity to regulate ourselves. So yes, meditation, it's very powerful as it increases the brain neuroplasticity, right? And create new pathways that help us to transform ourselves and to make our brain more powerful, to make the changes that you want to make, right? To see in ourselves. So, one thing here that it's important, based on research, I don't know, maybe I don't know if you know that I'm a researcher, I'm a criminologist, I'm a professor here in New Jersey, Montclair State University. So I'm gonna use some statistics here, right? So engage in meditation, right? As I just said, just a second, let me admit grace. Fosters, right, an environment, an inner environment that it's very important to improve as a condition to improve our resilience as well as our emotional regulation. And it's crucial for our well-being and good mental health. And the stress and anxiety has been one of the most challenges in our modern society. It's not only due the pandemic, right, the COVID pandemic that peaked in 2000 and 2020, but also before that, researchers have shown that there is an increase on the level of stress and burnout among college students, for example, and many professionals in the field of law enforcement, as well as in corporations, Just to give you some statistics, research indicates that approximately 30% of college students experience anxiety, while 39% report feeling overwhelming and stressed. Similarly, professionals face high levels of stress, with 83% of employees experiencing work-related stress. So, these statistics highlight the urgent need for effective mental health strategies, and meditation serves us as a powerful tool to alleviate stress and anxiety, facilitating a more flexible and adaptive brain. So I just want to, before we start our practice, I just wanted to give you to share with you just some key reasons why meditation is effective, right, in terms of enhancing the neuroplasticity of our brain. Number one, meditation practices often involving concentration, right? The concentration of the mind. So during our practice, we're going to focus on just one point, right? This could be our breath. Breathe in and out. You're going to sustain our concentration on your breath, on our breath. Sometimes we can also shift the concentration from our breath, our breathing, to some part of our body. For example, our heart, our feet, our hands, right? Or sometimes we can focus our attention on a mantra, on a word. So all this exercise of concentration of our minds, right? The sustained attention helps to strengthen the neural pathways associated with focus and cognitive control, make it easier for you, to concentrate in everyday activity, right? So this helps us, for example, to study, to focus, to increase the focus when you're studying, when you're talking with someone, when you're listening, right? And as well as in our everyday work. Number two, chronic stress, right? Chronic stress is a challenging problem, as I mentioned, some statistics that hinder, right? That creates barrier to neuroplasticity. And the stress affects the structure of our brain and function. So meditation reduces stress hormones like cortisol, creating a more conducive environment, or neuroplasticity changes can occur. Number three, meditation helps us to regulate our emotions, right? To have more emotional intelligence or emotional balance. As we became more and more aware of our thoughts, our rumination, right? Our rumination process, our thoughts, our feelings, our body sensations, we can listen, right? Inside and outside, the noises, right? Everything. If you keep our mind calm and tranquil during the meditation. So this helps us to make better choices, to understand our emotional patterns, and to create a pause, right? It is as well as a space between our experiences, thoughts, feelings, emotions, body sensations, right? And this awareness, right? This higher awareness that always it's within us, but because of our automatic pilot, right? We sometimes don't pay attention on it. So, and when we increase our awareness, right, we can like to relax the amygdala, right? The amygdala, this is a part of our brain in the middle, right? The limbic system of our brain that is located in the middle of our brain, that it's related with our emotional like activation. So when you practice meditation, we calm down the limbic system, also known as the fight-flight response, and we will increase the activity on our prefrontal cortex that it's related with our capacity to be calm, to see things with more clarity, to understand better, and to think rationally, as well as to be more creative and to reinforce or to be open, right, to our positive thoughts, right, to our positive experiences. For example, to feel compassion or empathy. So meditation helps us to regulate our emotions. Number 4, meditation also improve our memory and learning abilities, right? So, by promoting greater connectivity in certain parts and regions of our brain. So, this helps us to learn new things because we quiet our minds, we can concentrate more, we increase our focus, we regulate our emotions, right? So, when we stay in this state, we're more able to learn things, right? To be less distracted. And also number 5, right? Meditation, it's also important for mindfulness. In fact, meditation is one of the ways that you practice mindfulness. Mindfulness is to be present without judgment, without the inner critique, and to be open to our experiences in life. So we can make better choices on each moment, right? We bring our awareness in our presence. So the idea of be present is to be aligned, right? In our body, our mind, body, right? In our awareness. So we can live life fully, right? And be open to any experiences, the good and the bad, and learn from it, from each one of them with a better understanding, right? And then we can make our choices, better choices, and create, right? New path, also new pathways, new neural pathways in our brain that will help us to make the transformations that you want to see in ourselves. And also the last one, meditation can also promote neurogenesis, right? This process of creating new neurons, particularly in the hippocampus, an area in our brain that is very critical for our memory and learning processing. That all these reasons that I just explained here, that I just listed to you, it's very, very important to enhance neuroplasticity. So this is just a few words about the importance of meditation for to have and to cultivate a better brain, a better body, and uh, a better presence, right? Throughout our experience, throughout our life experiences.